Hi, so in this video I will show you how you can install Sage300 ERP on Windows Server 2016. Let's start. We will follow some of the prerequisites. Create two folders in our C drive. One is temp and second is TMP temp. Go to your environment variable. I'm using 16 GB RAM for this video demonstration. Change your computer name with you can also use a dummy domain name, or if you have a domain controller then you can add it here. I'm using dummy, so let's this will be my complete FQN name. Click OK. It will ask you to restart. Go to environment variable, edit these two variables with your newly created two folder path. For TEMP we will use TEMP folder. And for test second one we will use TMP temp. Next thing, we will edit our Windows host file. Go to system, drivers, etc and host. Open with the notepad and add your IP. Save the file, close. You must need to uncheck your IPv6 and only IPv4 will be enabled. Because we are going to install Sage300 and its web screen, we will also install some Windows services. For that, just go to control panel, turn off and on Windows feature. Okay, next. It must be a role based. Next. Next. And here we will choose IIS server, because our Sage300 web screen will be hosted on IIS server. Click next. Next. On this screen we will also check this .NET Framework 3.5 features. Click next. Next. On this screen, carefully choose this application development tools. So in this tools we will take our ASP and CGI. Okay. Click next. Add install. In the next part of our video, after the restart, we will install the database first. Run the setup as administrator. Click installation, a new SQL Server standalone installation. It is recommended that we will use a SQL Server Standard Edition or Enterprise Edition for a production level installation. So click next. Okay, next. Next. Click next. We will go with the SQL Server feature installation. Here we choose all the services. Okay, next. The default name is MS SQL Server. Click next. Next. Here we will add the current user. And we made it mixed mode because we will use our authentication, SQL Server authentication during our company setup. Make a password. Next. Add current user. Next. Install and configure. Next. Okay, here is the summary. Click install. In the next step of our video, we will create our database. So go to SQL Server Management Studio. For creating the database, I will enter my server name and I will choose a SQL Server authentication, and the password I have set during my installation. The default username is SA. Here I will create 3 databases. Okay, so you can see I have created these 3 databases. Let's close this window, and now we will proceed to our Sage300 installation. Run the setup as administrator. Sage300. Click next. Check yes. Next. Here we can enter any ID. I will choose standard. We will also choose web screens because we are configuring this. I will choose complete financial suite and complete operational suite. Next. We will also install Adobe Flash Player. Now we will set up our database first. For setting up the database, just click Sage and right click on database setup. Run it as administrator. The default password is admin. In lowercase, just click the new. So I choose a database ID TST-sys, and the description is also same. We can change it, test system database. For server name, I will choose my server name, that is etechwise, and here I will use my super admin username and password. The database I have created immediately after the database was installed, so you can check this step in the video. I will choose same TST-sys. Click OK. Now our system database is created. Now again click the new, and now we will create our TST dat. Dat stand for data, and this is a company database. Here we choose a company and we choose TST-sys as system database ID. In the description I will write any for server name, again etechwise, my super admin username and password, and here I choose TST dat. So now my two database are created. Let's verify. Click the verify button and include both. Just click the verify, so you can see 0 error found. Both are okay. Click cancel. Now for the third, we will create a portal database which is for our web, that is for web screens. I choose the same server name. The default port is 1433, and this database ID is sysportal. So I have created this database immediately after the database was installed, same as test sys and test dat. So you can view the whole video for this process so you can understand better. I choose the same SA username and password and click OK. It will open up my connection. And loading the landlord schema. Oops, failed to create landlord schema. Sorry, it's a TST. So after creating these two database, we will click the portal. This is for our web, that is for web screens. I choose the same server name, etechwise. The default port for the database is 1433, and the database ID is TSTPOR. If you don't know how this come, you must need to see the whole video, because I have set up this database immediately after the database was installed. So you have to go through all this step I have followed. I choose the same system administrator username and password for login ID. Click OK. Now you can see it's opening my connection and creating the land loss schema. So completed successfully, and we are good to go. Just click exit. Now click the start menu and go to our Sage. Right click the Sage300 and run it as administrator. So for a non-licensed user, we cannot choose a username password, but just we can choose a now for running the Sage300. Just go to start menu, right click the Sage300 and run it as administrator. We will choose the test database. The username is admin, and I will choose the same session date as I'm recording this video. Click OK. So proceed. So you can see it's opening my common services. Here I proceed on same fiscal date, and you can see it has created my company. Here I need to must give my functional currency. I will choose USD. Click OK. Loading the information, connecting to the database. So you can see all my modules that I have installed is loaded now, and it has a 30 days test trial. Click OK, and this is our license manager. Click OK. We can add our licenses. Now for activation of my modules, I will go to my administrative services, and here I choose data activation. Yes, I have backupped my database. Proceed. So you can see here I can choose okay, so GL and inventory control, order entity, project and job costing, purchase orders. Okay, for the time being we are going with this, and click next and next. So activate these modules. So now our database tables are loading in our created databases, and all the module will be active once it's completed. So you can see our modules are loaded now, and we are good to go. So for accessing the web screens, I will go to my IP. I will choose my IP here, or I can choose also my computer name that I have created during the prerequisites. Okay, here I can write currently I am running it on HTTP, but it's not a recommended way. We must have an SSL so that our data must be secured. So we have successfully started our Sage300. For web screens, I have already shown you that I am running it on HTTP. So it's load a while, and it's take a while to load, and it's now running on my computer name and Sage300. You can see my username and companies, as many as I can define, and sign in. Here we go with Sage300 web screens. So you have to follow all the steps I have done in this video for making a successful installation at a production level, this production server level. So you can see here all my modules that I have activated in my previous step. They are available here, and I can choose any. I can choose my widgets. It's pretty easy. Here are my windows that are open. If I open this window, customers, so you can see here my windows, and so on. So that's it for this video series. Thank you for watching.